Hey everybody! This is one of the best things I have made in a long time, and possibly of all time. We're making an easy and delicious lamb kebab that everyone's gonna love. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the ingredients, starting with 2 pounds of ground lamb. And this is some really nice, fresh, locally raised lamb that's got all the fancy labels, but I found that it was actually less expensive than the stuff at the grocery store. So sometimes it does pay to look around, and that is going to be fantastic. I've also got a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, 2 to 3 teaspoons of Aleppo chili flake or whatever red chili you like, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I've got half of a smallish red onion, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, and what I'm gonna call a fistful of chopped cilantro. Now most recipes have you kind of dice and mince the onion really small, but I like to actually kind of puree it a little here, so I'll throw it in the assassin along with that garlic. Ooh. And I'll just wazz that down a few times until I get sort of a rough puree. That looks just right. Now the next step will just be to mix all these ingredients with that lamb. Oh, I got my onion and garlic. Now, garam masala, coriander, cumin, Aleppo chili, cinnamon, and that cilantro. I'm also gonna go ahead and throw in some fresh ground black pepper. Maybe a half teaspoon's worth, or however much you like. And a nice big pinch of salt. Teaspoon of salt. And now, I'm just gonna mix all this together by hand until it's all thoroughly incorporated. That looks great and it smells incredible. And now I'm gonna cover this up and put this into the refrigerator for a couple of hours and up to overnight so that the onions and all those spices can really mesh and become one flavor. The perfect pairing for our lamb kebab is gonna be a nice creamy and cool tzatziki sauce. It only takes a few ingredients and it's real easy to make. And now that the meat is resting for a few hours in the fridge, it's also a really good time to do this because a few hours of rest is really going to improve the flavor of this sauce as well. So, we're going to use 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt, about a tablespoon of your favorite vinegar, a couple of tablespoons of that good extra virgin olive oil, some fresh cucumber, and this is a pretty big one, so I'm probably going to use half of this for this batch. A clove or 2 of garlic, you really decide how garlicky you want it to be, and a bunch of fresh dill. The first thing to do is going to be to grate the cucumber. Now you can choose to peel this or not, that's really up to you. I like to have some of that nice green color from the skin in here, so I'm going to peel about half of this thing. Just here and there, I'll take off some. That should do just fine. And now, using the large side of my box grater, I'm just gonna grate that guy up. Watch your fingers there. Now I'm gonna put in a nice pinch of salt here, about a half teaspoon, and I'm gonna stir that all together. Then I'm going to take this out and put it in this sieve and let this sit for 20 minutes or a half an hour. That salt's going to help to draw some of the water out of there, and then I'll press the rest of the water out because we really don't want a watery sauce. Now this has been in here for 30 minutes and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of press the rest of the liquid, all of the water that I can get out of there. You can wrap this up in a piece of cloth and squeeze it real hard, or even just use your bare hands. You just want to get as much of the liquid out as you can so you don't have runny tzatziki. There we go. And looks like about a half a cup of cucumber juice we got out of there. I don't think I'm gonna let that go to waste. I might mix that with some gin and lime later. Alright, now let's put this sauce together. I get my dill ready. Just want to separate this from the big stems. I won't use this whole bunch, but get a good amount in there. And we'll just put a rough chop on that. And my clove of garlic. Just give that a pop. Real good one though, because I want this to be very fine. Now I've got my yogurt. I'll just throw in the dill, the garlic, my cucumbers, that little bit of vinegar, olive oil, nice big pinch of salt, about a teaspoon. Just stir that all together. Could you use lemon juice in here? Heck yes you could. You could put some mint in here, some chives, you name it. And that's ready to go into the refrigerator for a few hours, and it'll be even better tomorrow. Now, after a good 4-hour rest, our meat mix is ready to go, and we can form our kebabs. So, I've got my skewers here. I like to use these flat ones because they keep meat and vegetables or whatever you put on them from spinning around on the skewer. They actually make some nice wide ones that are perfect for this ground meat, but I just haven't picked any of those up quite yet. So, I'm gonna grab a big old handful of the mix. I want to say that's, you know, about as much as you would make a nice hamburger patty with. Maybe close to a 1/4 pound. I'm going to kind of roll that into a cylinder and skewer that right up through the middle. You could just form it on the skewer, but this kind of guides me to the center here when I make it like this. Now, I want to put some oil all over my hand so this doesn't stick. And then I'm just going to start squeezing this guy down and up and down along that skewer, flattening it out, trying to keep it even all the way. This oil's gonna not only help it to keep from sticking to my hand, but help keep it from sticking to the grill. So you make these how thick you like them. Yeah. Now I'm gonna kind of flatten it out along with the flat side of the skewer so it rests nice on the grill. And then you can put those signature little dents in there with your finger and your thumb, or if your hands are big enough, just your fingers. Mine are not, so I'm just gonna kind of give it some ridges like that. And I think that is going to be just about how I want it. Now I'm just going to do a couple of these for now. Again. There we go. Those look great. They smell great, and I got a nice hot grill going out there. And I'm going to grill these over a pretty high flame for 3 to 5 minutes aside. Nice hot grill. Lay those right down on there. Oh, that is looking and smelling great. Oh yeah, these look great. Now, we'll bring them in, let them rest for a few minutes, and we'll see how we did. Alright, now let's see how we did. Let me slide one of those off. Comes off nice and easy. Just try this on its own first. Ah, that looks awesome. Oh, that is the stuff. That's just like the most delicious grilled sausage you can imagine. Those spices and that lamb work so good together. Oh, it's perfectly succulent. But now, we gotta church this up a little bit. So I've got a nice fresh homemade pita, and I'll put a link at the end of the video to that recipe for sure. Now, I'm gonna open that guy up. Kind of nestle some lettuce down in there. Then get my kebab in there. Oh, nice fit. Now I want some of that nice tzatziki sauce. Ooh. Go with a little squeeze of lemon. Some nice onion slices. And some pretty little tomato. Oh, how's that look? And now, let's really see how we did. Oh man. Whoa. That's one of the best things I've made in a long time. Oh my gosh. It is delicious. Everything just works so perfectly together. You got great spices, great crunchy vegetables, and that cucumber and dill and the tzatziki, the garlic kick. That is amazing. Well, I really, really hope you try this. There's no way you're not gonna love it. And when you do, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.